begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In this video, we are gonna learn about quantum computing. In today's discussion, we're gonna discuss what is quantum computing, why do we need quantum computers, why quantum computers are faster, what are the difference between quantum and classic computers, how do quantum computer works, what are the pros and cons of quantum computers, and what are the top applications of quantum computing. Let's begin. Quantum computing is a rapidly emerging technology that harnesses the law of quantum mechanics to solve the problem. Today, quantum is real quantum hardware available to thousands of developers. These machines are very different from the classical computers. Here's a primer on this informative technology. Quantum computing is the study of how to use phenomena in quantum physics to create new ways of computing. Quantum computing is made up of qubits. Unlike a normal computer bit, which can be 0 or 1, a qubit can be either of those or a superposition of both 0 and 1. The power of quantum computers grows exponentially with more qubits. This is unlike classical computer where adding more transistors only add power linearly. Why do we need quantum computer? For some problems, supercomputers aren't that super. However, even supercomputers struggle to solve certain kind of problem. If a supercomputer gets stumped, that's probably because the big classical machine was asked to solve a problem with a high degree of complexity. When classical computer fails, it's often due to complexity. Why quantum computers are faster? Let's look at an example that show how quantum computer can succeed where classical computer fail. A supercomputer might behave a different task like sorting through a big database of protein sequence, but it will struggle and see the subtle pattern in that protein. Protein are long string of amino acids that become useful biological machines when they fall into complex shape. A chain of 100 amino acids could theoretically fall in any one of many trillions of ways. Quantum algorithm takes a new approach to these sort of complex problems, creating multi-dimensional spaces. In the case of a protein folding problem, that pattern might be a combination of fold requiring the least energy to produce. Classical computer cannot create this computational space, so they not find this pattern. In quantum computing, the graph increases according to qubit, whereas in classical computing, the graph increases in a ratio 1:1. You need to retain ultra-cold conditions for quantum computing, whereas room temperature is enough for classical computing. In quantum computing, quantum mechanics will govern, whereas in classical computer, classic physics will govern the circuit behavior. Quantum computing is macroscopic, whereas classical computer is macroscopic technology. How do it work? Quantum computers are elegant machines, smaller and requiring less energy than a supercomputer. An IBM quantum processor is a wafer not much bigger than the one found in laptop, and a quantum hardware system is about the size of a car, made up of mostly of cooling system to keep the superconducting processor at its ultra-cold operational temperature. A classical processor uses bits to perform its operation. Superfluous, your desktop computer uses fan to get cold enough to work, whereas 100 °C needed to work for supercomputers. In superconductor, at those ultra low temperatures, certain materials in a processor exhibit another important quantum mechanical effects. Electrons move through them without resistance. This makes them superconductor. Superposition. A qubit itself isn't very useful, but it can perform an important trick based on the quantum information it holds into a state of superposition. Complex problems can be represented in new ways in these spaces. Entanglement is the quantum mechanical effect that correlates the behavior of two separate things. Quantum algorithms leverage those relationships to find solutions to complex problems. What are the advantages of quantum computing? They are faster computations. The reserve computer can perform computations much faster than normal computers. They are best for simulation. Quantum computers are best for doing data simulation computing. They are best in medicine creation. These type of computer can work better in the medical field. They are based in Google search. Quantum computers are used by Google to refrain searches. They are in high in privacy. These computers can make high encryption and is good at cryptography. They are used in radars making. Quantum computing is also used in making radar missiles. They are used in artificial intelligence. This type of computer perform well in artificial intelligence and make complex decisions. What are some cons of quantum computing? Algorithm creation. Number first. For every type of computer needs to write an algorithm. The low temperature needed for it to work is very hard to maintain. And the third, they are not open for public. Due to high range price, they are not available for public use. Internet security is another topic. It is assumed by the scientists that if a quantum computer is implemented in the best way, then whole internet security breaks. This is due to fact that these computers can decrypt all the code on the internet. Quantum CPU will have efficiency and hidden problem of its own. When the measurement of any type is made to a quantum system, decoherence is totally broke down and the wave function collapse. What are the applications of quantum computing? With the exponential growth in the computing power, quantum computing is getting ready for its close-up. Such an advancement creates a world of opportunities across almost every aspect of modern life. In fact, Google has recently made headlines proclaiming the achievement of quantum pharmacy. How we often wonder what these things actually do and what are its real-world applications. The first application is artificial intelligence, machine learning. There are some of the prominent areas right now as the emerging technology have penetrated almost every aspect of human life. Some of the widespread applications we see every day are in voice, image, handwriting recognition. And that's where quantum computing can help in processing through complex problems in very less time, which would have taken traditional computers thousands of years. They are using computational chemistry. It is believed that the number of quantum states, even in a tiniest of a molecule, is extremely vast and therefore difficult for conventional computing memory to process them. The ability for quantum computer to focus on the existence of both 1 and 0 simultaneously could provide immense power to the machine to successfully map the molecule, which in turn potentially open opportunities for pharmaceutical research, improving the nitrogen fixation process for creating ammonia-based fertilizer, or creating a room temperature superconductor. Third application is drug design development. Is the most challenging problem in quantum computing. Usually drugs are being developed through the trial and error method, which is not only very expensive but also a risky, challenging task to complete. Researchers believe quantum computing can be an effective way of understanding the drug and its reaction on humans, which in turn can save a ton of money and time for drug companies. These advancements in computing could enhance efficiency dramatically by allowing companies to carry out more drug discovery to uncover new medical treatment for the better pharmaceutical industry. In cybersecurity and cryptography, the online security space currently has been quite vulnerable due to the number of cyber attacks occurring across the globe on a daily basis. Quantum computing with the help of machine learning can help in developing various techniques to combat these cybersecurity threats. Additionally, quantum computing can help in creating encryption method, also known as quantum cryptography. The fifth application is financial modeling. For finance, we need to find the right mix of full investment based on expected result. To achieve the technique of money to careless simulate are continually being done on conventional computer. However, by applying quantum technology to perform this massive and complex, we can solve many problems. They are used in application weather forecasting. Currently, the process of analyzing weather condition by directional computer can sometimes take longer than the weather itself to do. Weather forecasting includes several variables to consider such as air pressure, temperature, and air density. The application of quantum machine learning can help in improving pattern recognition, which in turn will make it easier for scientists to predict extreme weather events and potentially save thousands of lives a year. The last use is logistic optimization. Improved data analysis and robust modeling will indeed enable a wide range of industries to optimize their logistic and schedule workflow associated with their power, the supply chain management, air traffic control, freight and distribution that could have a severe impact on application. Used to do this task, conventional computing is used. However, some of them could turn into more complex for an ideal computing solution where the quantum approach may be able to do it. This was the end of the video. Thank you for watching.